on conflict, I did a show called The Man from 1999. Can you believe that? That was science fiction then. And the sister, the lead woman, and the lead man had a romance, and the sister had a ne'er-do-well gambler, con man brother. And I had written his dialogue, and I thought some of it was pretty funny. And Bill Orr said, by the way, you're using Jim Garner for the brother. And I said, Bill, for God's sake. Because I had only seen Jim do little parts that were not Jim Garner. And he wasn't even very good when he was playing something that wasn't Jim Garner. And I argued with Bill, and Bill, I didn't have enough clout in those days to say, go to hell, Bill. Mm-hmm. That was, I could a year later. In fact, a year later, I told him to go to hell in a nice, friendly way, because I've always liked Bill. But so I used Garner. And I go to the dailies, and I expect this stiff, awful performance that I'd seen him do in a Cheyenne. Not that I one of mine, but one of the new Cheyennes. And here is this guy playing this role to absolute perfection. And lines that I wasn't even sure were funny were screamingly funny. And in fact, people watching the dailies with me were roaring with laughter. And I was thinking, my God, I've got something here. This guy had something that I never saw. And that's when I started thinking about the Western that I really wanted to do, because Jim Garner could do it.
So you suggested James Garner for the lead, and what did Bill Orr and the folks at Warner Brothers say about that?
Well, I don't even remember, because they loved it. I mean, the minute I said I want to use Jim Garner as the lead in this thing, they were all for it, instantly. And Jim did it well, but of course it wasn't Maverick, because in the end, when he had all this money, he gave it away. One of Bill's assistants, a man named Francis, Charles Francis or Richard Francis or something, said, well, you know, Robin Hood is still everybody's hero, and Robin Hood would give the money to them. And I said, Jesus, the one thing I'm not doing is Robin Hood. That's not what the series is about, and it isn't what Bob liked at ABC.